Honda Civic long-term review. Why we're running it. Competition among family hatches is fierce. So we have 6 months to find out if the new Honda Civic is up to the task. Life with a Honda Civic. Month 5 is the long-term Civic, a good cruiser. The 15th of November 2017. The Civic's motorway manners are altogether quite amiable. The lane assist is effective yet unobtrusive. The ride is controlled at speed and the seating position is comfortable over a long distance. Just one foible stops it from being a decent cruiser: fuel economy. An average return of 36 mpg over 400 miles of motorway is not enough to justify downsizing to this car's 1.0-liter triple. Mitch McCabe mileage 4,985. Life with a Honda Civic. Month 4 tire pressure. Japes with the Civic. The 18th of October 2017. The Civic's let me down. Well, sort of and not, I should add, in any major way. Rather, the tire pressure warning light pinged on just as I joined the M25. It prompted a slow 40-mile trudge to the next service station, where the tire gauge then showed nothing to be wrong. The light has subsequently gone out of its own, pardon the pun, accord. Mileage 3,185. Getting to grips with the Civic's design. The 20th of September 2017. Like or loathe the look of our Civic's edgy styling. The car certainly has its benefits in other areas. I've mentioned before how the lower stance has improved its dynamics and how the sporty driving position ups the feel-good factor inside. So does the steering. It's well weighted and geared with a variable ratio, in fact, but not done so sharply that you'd notice at a quick 2.14 turns from lock to lock. Despite which its turning circle is a respectable 11 meters. I approve of that and also of its handling, which borders on fun, and if its road holding is no better than you might expect of a car wearing Michelin Primacy 3 tires, even in such a generous size as our 235/45 R17s. At least the whole driving experience feels like it's been engineered by someone who gives a damn. For example, it has a novel rear parcel shelf. It's basically a thin sheet of fabric that can, like a roller blind, be pulled out from one end and then hooked into place at the other, or tucked away completely to provide unhindered access to the boot. You can even remove the cartridge that holds the rolled-up shelf. This is good, as it looks flash in the showroom and is a dazzlingly simple idea. Only thing is, it's not strong enough to hold anything. It presumably is not very effective at stopping any noise penetrating into the interior either. Although it will at least hide some of your valuables out of sight in the boot. Don't worry, though, overall, our Civic is standing up well to its short-distance commutes and high-speed thrashings, as well as large and indivisible loads in the boot and heavy-handed teenagers in the interior. There are 1 or 2 scuffs on the cheaper-looking fabrics that don't seem to have brushed out quite as easily as we'd have liked, but overall, the quality of the interior plastics, many and varied as they are, is impressive. Added to that, all the switches feel plush and work well, the ergonomics are first-rate and the steering wheel feels good. The panel gaps, large and occasionally uneven, I'm not so sure about. But I'm not unduly fussed. The Civic is one of the most reliable cars in its class, and that in itself is probably a better sign of quality. Life with a Honda Civic. Month 3 First world problems with the Civic. The 23rd of August 2017. It's a pleasure to drive this Civic. The driving position is spot on and there's lots of room for tall drivers. Rear passengers get plenty of legroom, too, but the swoopy profile restricts headroom for anyone over 6 foot. That's not a problem for my daughters, for whom, after several months in a Vauxhall Astra equipped with OnStar, the only thing lacking is an in-car Wi-Fi hotspot. Mileage 2,895 now. I would be tempted to end this report there were I not professionally obliged to report on all the things, good or bad, that I might dig up during my tenure of this car. So I'm afraid I'll have to list some faults that I don't think will contradict my opening statement. If I wholeheartedly recommend this Civic as a car to drive and to own, it has been trouble-free so far. Unsurprisingly, I have to point out an area in which it disappoints considerably. The infotainment system is terrible. It's not just the 7.0 inches screen, prone to picking up glare. It's not just the inadequacies of the touchscreen, which often needs a second pod before stirring itself into dreadfully slow action, or the shortcut icons down one side of it, hard to locate and hit, or the awful Fisher-Price graphics.